Hi there. Welcome back to Glory Hounds. We're going to continue where we left off, with Alex about to begin his first superhero-ish mission, to scout around the Oakgadoked Art Gallery and preempt a Saltwater Syndicate heist. As always, Glory Hounds is an 18-plus gay furry visual novel. That has not stopped being the case yet. So you know what to do about that at this point, and if you don't, go back and watch my previous episodes, I explain it very well. With all that said, let's dive right back into it all, shall we? My name is Pink Wisp, and these hounds be glorious! Lights, camera, action. Alright, mission recon, start. I say that, but I don't really know what I'm looking for. If I was running a motley crew of art thieves with a pirate fetish, what would I tell them to steal and how would I prepare? If Max were here, I'm sure he'd tell me how they did it in Phantom Thief Casino. But he's not, so I'll have to leave it up to the whims of fate. I suppose I'd want to know the lay of the land first. Let's start there. The gallery has two main public floors with actual works of art. There's a skylight above the atrium. Lots of hallways leading to different exhibits. This would be the perfect place for a dramatic exit. I picture myself, loot secured, busting through the windows and vanishing into the night sky without a trace. But I doubt the Syndicate would be dumb enough to try something that conspicuous. Unless making my job easier is part of their code. The second floor is basically a loft with a clear view of everything else. Another janitor, a parrot with brightly colored feathers, appears to be doing a sweep up there. With this many janitors around, it'd be hard to be stealthy. He's looking at me rather intently. Foreshadowing. I suppose it's unusual for there to be that many people in here after closing. I decide to check for back entrances or emergency exits. Along the way, I scan the various paintings, sculptures, and other art pieces on display. Some of it's even interactive. I have absolutely no idea how to tell priceless from worthless. But since the Syndicate declared their heist so brazenly, maybe they left some clues as to what they're aiming to steal, other than the Money Talks gown. Whoa. This one's huge. I've never seen a statue quite like this before. Big and wide and buff, and it smells of tropical fruits. I'm compelled to give it a poke. I'm no statue, laddie, but flattered all the same. It talks! I look up at the huge whale. Sure enough, he's breathing, blinking, smirking. And almost twice my height. This man could crush me with a finger. I don't know whether that conclusion terrifies me or turns me on. Sorry. I'm sorry for poking you. But this is well you did, boyo. Well, I nearly stepped on you. Please do. You should see the look on your face. I'm sorry, I don't often get to meet whales. I stop myself before I say anything bad. Pardon me for saying this, lad, but don't you know we closed early today? You aren't supposed to be here. Oh, we're, special guests of Fennis sir. Sir. Alex, darling, was that going to be Daddy? I look up at him, but I can barely see past those pecs. Do those even qualify as pecs anymore? They're freaking mountains! And here I thought Rahul and Milo were buff.
Well, Mistress Fenna never said anything about guests.
She didn't tell me either. Who are you?
I be the head janitor of this here gallery.
You're, doing a good job. I haven't seen a speck of dust since I walked in here.
Right you are, and I intend to keep it that way, sonny. 'Tis my job to clean up and haul out rubbish that don't belong here. So, let me ask again, lad. What are you doing here?
It sounds like a threat, but he has a whale of a smile plastered on his face. I hope he doesn't think I'm behind the planned heist. If he even knows anything about it. I should ask. Pumping folks for intel is what they do in detective shows, right? Just gotta find an easy in. Oh, I'm just an art lover, I swear. There's a lot of neat stuff on display here. Has anyone ever tried to, I stop, realizing that only makes me sound weird and suspicious.
Nick it?
He laughs, voice so loud, it seems to shake the very hole we're in.
It would be quite the haul, and no mistake. But no ordinary thief would think to rob a place like this. Security's tighter than the Queen's undergarments. And just as pretty.
Not even the Saltwater Syndicate? The whale shudders slightly, but with his massive size, I can practically feel the floor vibrate.
Are you daft, lad? The Saltwater Syndicate? Well, that'll be no name to use lightly. Fenna told you about the card that got here in the mail, then.
So he does know. You sound like you know them.
Know them? Aye, lad, know them I do. They're a nasty sort, and you'd be wise not to cross them. Folks like those don't mess around. You could get hurt, or worse.
I, thought you said no thief worth his salt would rob a place like this.
They're no ordinary thieves, laddie. Take it from me, you'll want to be out of here as fast as your cute wee little legs can carry you.
Cute, huh? He chuckles.
As a wee button. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got myself a little mess to clean up with me subordinates. I trust you'll find the exit on your own.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I will. He takes a knee, and I can finally look into his eyes. His big, blue, beautiful eyes.
Grand, me boy, grand.
He puts a big hand on my shoulder.
If you're still out and about town at, say, 11 tonight, mayhaps we could get us a little something to drink at the local pub.
You mean, like a date? God, usually I'm the one asking people out. This guy's got me beat. I reach behind me to stop my wagging tail.
A date and a party to celebrate a job well done.
Sure, I'd love to take you on a date. I mean, I know a good place.
Aye, a grand idea, that.
He grabs a piece of paper out of his pocket and hands it to me. A phone number is written down on it. Does he just carry these around all day, waiting for people to take them? I'm not complaining.
See you, laddie. Don't let the sharks bite you in the bum.
He turns around the corner, giving me a good view of his backside. This gig is shaping out better than I thought it would. Though it's gonna be a little difficult to focus now. I should probably head back and meet up with Lou. I find them sitting on a bench in the main hall.
There you are. What took you so long?
Sorry, she, was just telling me where the gift shop was.
You mean the really obvious one near the exit they all but corral you through? The one that's not even open right now?
Honestly, maybe I should just start telling the truth at this point. I'd make myself look like less of a fool. Right, that one. Oh, darn. I was really hoping to buy some merch, fiddlesticks and all that.
You alright?
Never been better.
Really? Because you're pretty sweaty and you keep looking over your shoulder.
Oh, if you only knew. So, how are the statues?
Oh, you missed a bunch. There's stuff here dating back to, like, the Middle Ages. Very fancy. And there's all these golden chandeliers and necklaces. I'm pretty sure if you melted them all down, you could make a bigger statue than the one at City Hall.
You must be in your element then.
I'm in Nirvana.
I might as well ask, right? Glad you're having fun. You haven't seen or heard anything weird then?
I'm looking at you right now.
They grin. No, I mean weird.
Who's asking?
Fenna said there were some, rowdy tourists walking around.
This is Shippersburg, Alex. There's rowdy tourists everywhere.
Especially rowdy.
Oh. Well, there was one thing I noticed. No tourists, but I've seen a couple of janitors going around.
They shake their head.
Nah, it's probably nothing.
Janitors?
Just something I spotted when I was walking around. There's quite a few of them.
So they noticed too.
At first I was like, okay, at least they're cleaning the place. But then I went to the bathroom for a bit. And when I got back, they were cleaning the same spot for the third time. Also,
They pointed the Money Talks gown at the center of the large room we're in. There's a horned chameleon standing next to it dressed in black. Even the color of his scales matches. There's a nasty looking scowl on his face. Oh, I forgot.
It took you this long to get to my grand entrance.
Hey, don't butt in on my story.
Can we please just fight him? I am inclined to agree.
Not you too.
I would rather not miss episode of Anclados de Amor tonight. Neither would I. Get to the point already.
As I was saying! Like I said before, there's a nasty looking scowl on his face.
is he staff? That guy's been standing there for a solid 10 minutes. I know it's the centerpiece of the collection, but jeez. Also, have you looked at the gown? I swear, it looks different in the photos.
Their whispering seems to catch the horned chameleon's attention, who somehow manages to wriggle his hands into his pockets and scampers off into a hallway. Where I spot another janitor waiting. The two exchange words before the janitor looks in our direction. My blood goes cold as I recognize the jacket he's wearing. I can smell a hint of the spicy sauce from all the way over here, too. It's that Barracuda, Ishmael. So that card wasn't a fake. They're already in here. He pulls a radio out of his jacket and talks into it, maintaining eye contact with me. He's just far enough away that I can't hear what he's saying. Then he starts walking my way. Shit. Shit. That means the big dude I saw earlier must be...
Everything okay, Alex?
We need to find somewhere to hide. And quick.
What?
Just listen to what I say, okay?
You're serious, aren't you?
Deadly. Come on. I break out into a sprint as other janitors come out from other hallways. It's like a cleaning convention in here. I take Lou by the wrist and lead them down a corridor. I gotta find a place where they'll be safe, where no one would ever look. Right! The Politicians Through the Ages exhibit. I finally come to a stop next to a bust of a guy with the sourest expression I've ever seen. This place is about to get robbed. One of the janitors was the dude from the store the other day.
You mean the guy who tried to rob Mrs. De Bruyne?
Yeah, it's the Saltwater Syndicate.
So we're stuck in here with a gang of thieves? I'll call for help.
I'll take care of it. You stay here.
Don't be stupid, Al! You can't take on robbers on your own.
I might not be able to, but I know someone who is. If you see Fenna, tell her I'm on it. I give them a pat on the back and head deeper into the gallery.
You know splitting up usually gets people killed in horror movies, right? Idiot!
I didn't think the Syndicate would be making their move this soon. I run out of the exhibit. We will be safe, I hope, but the Syndicate is still on my tail. I need to shake them off and find a place where I can call Rahul and Milo. They'll know what to do for sure.
Hey, Spotty! Stop right there, you long-dubbing dog! I still got a score to settle with ya.
I enter the nearest bathroom and barricade the door with a trash can. Footsteps sound just outside the door. Looks like they didn't see me go in here. That should buy me some extra time. It's surprisingly clean for a public space. I guess the janitors must have been here, too. As awkward as it is, I quickly check the stalls to make sure no one else is around. I slip into the last one and close the door as quietly as I can. I've been wearing the earpiece Milo gave me this entire time. What did he say again? Just flip the switch to establish the connection, then push to talk? I sit down to steady my nerves. This toilet seat is freezing cold. Hello? What do they usually say in the movies? Do you copy? Over. The line crackles, followed by a familiar voice.
Das Hound. What is current status?
Milo's voice comes in loud and clear. Emphasis on the loud. I almost fall right off the toilet seat. Duskhound requesting immediate backup. Fisher in the net? I sigh. Screw this. They're here. They're pretending to be staff. Milo is quiet for a moment. Then I hear an eerie chuckle.
Ingenious approach. Most likely infiltrated before a gallery even opened.
We can give them a big pat on the back once I'm out of the gallery, currently crawling with thieves.
You actually called just in time, Spot. I've got something with your name on it. Well, it doesn't actually have your name on it. Yet. Over. Do you want your name on it? Over.
I'm stuck here! They'll see me if I try to leave!
Oh, that? Hold on, give me one moment. Over. Master Brevard, please don't.
The line crackles, and I hear something click in place behind me. When I take a look, a section of the tile seems to be shaking. I'm moving too. The toilet is moving.
What did you do?!
Hold on tight. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
As if on cue, the wall suddenly lowers into the ground. I have little time to comprehend it before the toilet flips onto its back, tossing me into a black void. There's a surface below me, some sort of slide, but it's an almost vertical drop. I scream as loud as my lungs let me. Is this going to happen every time? I turn and brace myself. I don't want to break my neck when I hit the ground. And hit the ground I do. Hard. Ow! Even the softness of the mat is like a punch to the gut. I struggle to get up to my feet. When I do, I realize my pants are as wet as can be. Of course, toilet water. Once my utter confusion subsides by the tiniest amount, I take a look around. I'm back in the underground computer room below Rahul's mansion. And there's the Rottweiler looming over me as I stagger to my feet.
So, I've decided not to put your name on it for now, but I was thinking we could always embroider it later. What do you think?
I was at the gallery. How did I end up here?
Secret passageway. Pretty nifty, huh?
A secret passageway into a bathroom. Nifty is not the word I'd use. Gah, I'm soaked. I shake my leg, but all that does is get it on my new shoes. Yuck! Why'd you bring me back here? We can't just leave them. They'll rob the place blind. I'm worried about Lou, too. Are they safe? God, if the Syndicate doesn't kick my ass, Lou certainly will.
Master Brevard pressed button before I could stop him.
We have to get back right now!
Of course. But you don't think you can stop a robbery dressed like that, do you? Lights!
He claps his hands and the lights dim.
Drum roll!
He claps his hands again, and when the lights come back on, a mannequin has risen from the floor below.
Voila! Sissa! Now, I ran into a few problems deciphering your blueprints. You have a very unique sense of style.
Wait, I need to see that again. Nice.
But in the end, I think I succeeded in marrying functionality and comfort to make it a product worthy of carrying the Brevard name. It's light, mostly bulletproof, easy to clean, and most importantly, the suit can be worn underneath almost any item of clothing.
I tilt my head. It's very flashy.
I've outfitted it with healing and cooling elements too, so it should be able to withstand the elements. Let's see, what else? Tracking dots, the magnets in your boots.
Magnets?
Mm-hmm. And if you click your heels a couple times, you can stick to walls.
You did all that in what, 2 hours? Maybe I really was underselling him.
That's not all.
Rahul snaps his fingers and his second platform rises from the ground. Is that a gun?
Yes and no. This is a state-of-the-art grappling gun made for scaling buildings and covering large amounts of distance in a jiffy.
You mean like He holds a paw up to my mouth.
Stop right there. We don't want any copyright issues.
Oh my god, was that gonna be Spider-Man? That was gonna be Spider-Man, wasn't it? That was absolutely gonna be Spider-Man, wasn't it? Double middle fingers, but also I love you, writers. Fucking... Right. I lower his hand.
I haven't taken it for a test drive yet, but it should work just fine for someone like you.
Someone like me. What's that supposed to mean?
Simple tool for simple men.
Rude.
Simple is not always negative quality. Don't worry. I ran careful calculations, so it won't rip your arm out of its socket or anything like that.
It's safe to use, right? Rahul?
According to my calculations, yes.
I thought you were a 4 times Innovator of the Year winner.
I can't exactly go around testing grappling hooks.
Oh, but I can?
There is little time to be worrying, yes? Idle banter won't save gallery.
You're absolutely right.
I don't know if he's saying that because he agrees or because he wants me to shut up.
You ready to suit up, Duskhound? Time's a-wastin'.
I ignore Rahul's flexing, running my paw over the jumpsuit on the mannequin. I get a feel for the imitation leather of the cropped jacket, the mask staring at me throughout with unblinking white eyes. It's kinda badass! Way better than the cosplay stuff Max is always looking at online. He'd be so jealous if I showed him this. Ready as I'll ever be.
There is one final thing from me.
The crow produces a little jewelry box from his breast pocket and hands it over to me.
I want you to have this. I made it with own hands, based on design by Master Brevard.
You're not gonna propose, are you?
It is only little welcome present.
Upon opening it, I find what appears to be a star-shaped pin inside. Is this some sort of gadget too? Milo shakes his head.
It is tongue-piercing attachment for use in costume.
Oh, and you made it for me?
Only to keep identity somewhat secret.
You really do care, huh, Mimi?
The crow makes a sound halfway between a growl and a surprised squawk.
Do not push it.
They try to act professional, but they sound like an old married couple bickering sometimes. It's kind of endearing. It's cute. Thanks, Milo. He nods, feathers bristling. He looks adorable like this. Alright, let's get this show on the road. And that's where I'm going to leave this episode. And dear God, this VN is really, really, really worming its way into my heart because, oh my God, that's so much fun. Everything in this is just so much fun. Red and Saber, the pair of you are just fucking killing it with every single fucking line that comes out of this. I'm trying my best not to fanboy right now, but I am on the edge of fanboying right now. Like, to the most insane degree. I'm on the edge. But I'm going to leave it here. We're going to have a little bit of a shorter episode this time, because I want to pad out issue 2 a little bit more. And when I clicked out, there was some, I had to cut past some screaming because I accidentally got a glimpse of the next thing that's coming up, and oh, it's the best thing to start an episode with, so it will be what I start the episode with. Look forward to it. But that is more than enough rambling out of me for now. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of Glory Hounds. I will be leaving in the description, as I usually do, links to go and support the project and the writers and myself. Please check them out. Give to the Patreon, the Ko-fi pages, whatever you feel like doing. And please remember to support the channel too by leaving a like on the video if you liked it, subscribing, because I release more videos like this. I've got 3 series going at the moment. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought about this and what you would like to see from me. I might not be able to get to all of the recommendations, and I do have some stuff that I want to get started before I start actually getting to some of the stuff I've already been recommended, which I have seen, by the way, and I will definitely try my best to get to at some point. But yeah, don't feel shy to let me know what VNs you like and what VNs you would like me to read. But until then, this has been Pink Wisp, reading Glory Hounds, and I will see you all in the next episode. Take care.